Imagine doing the right thing, telling the truth with a clear heart, and still losing the people you trusted most. Not because you lied, but because honesty itself became too heavy for them to carry. Stay with me, because this story might change the way you see truth, trust, and silence forever.
Welcome back to Paths of Hope, a place where stories don't just entertain, they gently question the way we live, the choices we make, and the values we hold close. Today's story is powerful, uncomfortable, and deeply human. It's about a moment when telling the truth didn't heal, it broke everything.
There once lived a man named Daniel. He wasn't rich, famous, or extraordinary in any visible way, but those who knew him would say one thing without hesitation. Daniel was honest. Not the convenient kind of honesty, but the kind that refuses shortcuts, even when silence would be easier. He believed truth was the strongest foundation any relationship could stand on.
Daniel worked in a small company where everyone felt like family. They shared meals, jokes, and long conversations after work. Trust flowed easily there, or at least that's what it seemed like. Among them was his closest friend, Aaron, someone Daniel trusted like a brother. One evening, Daniel discovered something he was never meant to see. A mistake, a serious one. Numbers altered, reports adjusted, not for greed, but to hide a failure that could cost several people their jobs, especially Aaron. It was wrong, but it was also human. That night, Daniel barely slept. His mind was a battlefield. If he stayed silent, no one would know. Life would go on. Friendships would remain intact. But if he spoke the truth, everything could collapse. Jobs, trust, relationships.
By morning, Daniel made his choice. He spoke the truth. He didn't shout. He didn't accuse. He calmly explained what he found, believing honesty, delivered with care, could still protect everyone. He trusted that truth would lead to understanding.
But something unexpected happened.
Instead of relief, the room filled with tension. Instead of gratitude, there were defensive looks. The truth didn't land as clarity, it landed as threat. People weren't angry at the mistake, they were angry at the one who revealed it.
Aaron felt betrayed. Others felt exposed. Whispers replaced conversations. Smiles disappeared. Daniel noticed people avoiding eye contact, conversations stopping when he walked in. The truth was out, but trust was gone. Days later, consequences followed, not just professional ones, but personal. Aaron stopped speaking to him. Colleagues blamed him for bringing trouble. Daniel became the outsider, not because he lied, but because he refused to. He asked himself a painful question over and over again. Did I do the right thing? At night, doubt sat beside him like an unwanted guest. He replayed the moment again and again. What if he had stayed quiet? What if honesty wasn't always kindness? What if truth, without timing, becomes cruelty? Weeks passed. The company survived. People moved on. But something inside Daniel had changed. He learned that honesty doesn't guarantee understanding, that truth doesn't always protect relationships, and that sometimes people don't want what's right. They want what feels safe. But here's the part most people miss. Even though Daniel lost trust that wasn't strong enough to survive truth, he gained something else, clarity. He realized that trust built on silence is fragile. It survives only as long as nothing challenges it. Real trust, the kind that lasts, is tested by truth, not comfort.
Months later, Daniel left that place. He didn't leave with bitterness. He left with wisdom. In time, he found people who valued honesty, even when it was uncomfortable, and slowly, carefully, trust returned. Not the shallow kind, but the deep kind that doesn't collapse when the truth speaks.
This story isn't telling you to always speak without thinking. It's reminding you that truth has power, and power must be handled with care. Honesty without compassion can wound. Silence without integrity can rot us from the inside.
Sometimes telling the truth will cost you people. Sometimes it will make you lonely, but it will also show you who truly belongs in your life.
If you're in a place right now where honesty feels dangerous, remember this: you're not wrong for valuing truth. You're just learning who can walk with you while carrying it.
And that lesson, though painful, is priceless.
If this story resonated with you, take a moment to reflect. Have you ever been punished for telling the truth or stayed silent to protect trust? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your story might help someone else feel less alone. Thank you for walking this path with me today on Paths of Hope. If you found meaning here, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay connected. More stories are waiting. Stories that challenge, heal, and guide us forward.
Until next time, choose wisely, speak gently, and never forget, sometimes the truth hurts, but it also sets us free.